Saturday go?
I think we played pretty well. Started off a little slow, but after we kind of got the butterflies out and all that, we kind of started to pick it up, and so I think we played pretty well.
You feel good, especially for you to be in a game against a different opponent?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been probably the first time I played against someone in a very long time. So the fact that I got to play against someone else besides my own team definitely felt pretty good.
Did it take a little bit to get acclimated back to trying to go after somebody instead of just getting a rep in?
Yeah, I could say it definitely felt a little different, because I'm used to playing against my team the whole time. So the fact that I had to play against someone else other than my team definitely felt a little different for sure.
Going back to last year, what do you think you learned from maybe some of the older guys being on the sideline?
Yeah, so guys like Hawk and all of them, even the new guys this year like Baylor and Farabello, I learned a lot, like moving. Like they're all good shooters too. So learning how to get open shots, how to talk. They're all really good talkers. Like they all talk in practice. So that's been a really big thing for me. And even on the defensive side, trying to learn how to be in the right spots on defense, talk on D, and all that too. Yeah.
How much are you looking forward to this season and kind of getting the flow of things and playing a bigger role with the team?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited this year. After last year I had a red shirt, so I didn't really get that many. I didn't really have any minutes at all. So this year, being able to be like a big part of the team, is definitely what I'm looking forward to the most for sure.
Was it difficult last year, just as a player, having to sit and watch, or just kind of what do you think maybe benefited from you?
It was definitely pretty difficult, having to sit there and watch a team play without me. It kind of felt like I was missing out, but I still try to help on the sideline as much as I can, if I still could, or anything like that. But it definitely benefited for sure. Doing that definitely helped a lot.
Are you looking forward to Sunday and playing inside the arena? It's an exhibition game. I mean, it's still you get playing.
Well, I'm definitely excited. Playing in front of all the fans. That's definitely what I'm looking forward to, one of the most for sure.
What do you guys need to work on, or what do you want to see mostly on Sunday? What do you think the goal will be?
I think if we could just talk on defense, that's one of our main things, and then hitting shots. Last year we didn't really hit as many shots as we'd like to, so getting back to where Creighton really is, where they can shoot threes, getting back to that is probably what we want to do the best.
I guess more specifically, what's the emphasis for you personally, just coming in playing your first game, even though it's an exhibition?
Do the small things right, like get box out, rebound, hit open shots, the things that you need to do to really play and be a big part of the team.
How difficult is it to focus on those things on a possession-by-possession basis? Because I imagine that if you don't know yet, Mac will be hard that they end up more to wins than maybe the points necessarily do.
Yeah, so Mac definitely is one of the guys that you want to make sure to do all the small things. If you're not doing all the small things, he'll really won't want to play you. So as long as I can go out there and just do all the small things, that'll definitely help the other side, like with offense and everything too. So yeah.
Do you feel like you guys are ahead of schedule in any part of your game? It's really work through camp. Do you feel confident about anything at this point, or are you still working?
I definitely do. I think our actual team chemistry is pretty good. Like we're all really good friends with each other. We all, we're all like talking in practice. So I think we're actually pretty ahead right now as it is.
Anything else for Mason?
Mason, this is a little off topic, but have you seen the Redeem Team documentary yet?
I have actually. Yeah, I have seen it.
You can kind of see your dad.
Yeah, I saw him a couple times. I actually sent him a video of it. I heard him talk about it once or twice, but I never really saw him. So seeing that was pretty fun. Yeah.
What kind of maybe after watching that and just knowing and having that personal connection, does it kind of inspire you with your game a little bit?
Oh yeah, definitely. Seeing him there, it's something I would really like to do too myself. So seeing that definitely inspired me for sure.
I think it was a great way to see where we're at. We've been playing against each other since the summer basically, so it was a great way to see what we're good at and what we need to work on. So yeah, just making improvements from that.
Did you watch the film yet? Like, did you look back and see kind of where you fit in, especially when it's a game simulated environment?
Yeah, I think everybody has a great idea of the role that they have in this team, and I think what is one of the most important things to accomplish as a team. So yeah, I'm really happy with what we showed on Saturday. So yeah.
When you made made your move to Creighton, I guess how much was it expressed to you how much they needed your shooting just based on your shooting profile every year?
Yeah, I mean, I moved to Creighton not only because they needed a shooter. Of course, I think the playing style just fits my characteristics in general. Unselfish basketball, extra passes, smart choices. So I think it was great. It was a great move.
I guess based on the summer and maybe scrimmage, I guess how have you seen yourself kind of be integrated into the offense? I mean, a lot of ball handlers here, and I'm sure you could do some of that yourself, but obviously they want to work the shooting in too, right? I guess how.
Yeah. I mean, we have guys that can handle the ball and have a really good vision of the court. So I think I can help. It's going to help them to have more space on the floor too. You know, just giving them space to create for others.
Yeah. Coach Mack has kind of talked about there being a voice for this team since Ryan Hawkins left and a few of those guys. I guess he's name dropped you a couple.
Yeah, I mean, it's my 4th year in college, so that's what experience does, I guess. Just being able to communicate at all times on the court, on and off the court. You know, we have a young group that sometimes they might need like some help, so I'm happy to do it for them.
For you, what were the biggest adjustments coming from TCU?
I mean, being at TCU was more playing the Big 12 actually, just being a more athletic conference. But I guess one thing about Creighton is the speed of the game. Try to play really fast, to run the ball. So I guess that has been one of the main adjustments I could say. And then play with Kalkbrenner. I mean, it doesn't take much work to adjust to that, but just like try to stay with my guy and send it to him that he's gonna clear it up.
Is there anything else besides leadership, experience, and shooting ability that you hope to bring to the team individually?
I mean, anything that this team is gonna need to win. I love winning. I hate losing. I actually hate losing. I hate more losing than what I like winning. So I'll do whatever I can to get the win at the end of the day.
You mentioned kind of feeling like the team kind of knows what their roles are maybe at this point. What do you feel is kind of maybe your role in the team?
I mean, as I just said, just bring anything that we're missing, either offensively or defensively. But going back to one of the questions, I think I'm one of the leaders of this team. You know, have a voice at all times and making sure that we're executing as we should.
Looking forward to Sunday at all, or kind of a dry run inside the arena throughout the regular season?
Yeah. I mean, I heard a lot of things about the CHI and how good the basketball environment is over there. So I'm really excited to see what it looks like in an actual game day.
What do you think you guys need to do on Sunday? What's important? What can you accomplish on Sunday?
I mean, we are playing against another team, yes, but I think we still focus on ourselves and the things that we got to focus that we got to get better at. So, as I said before, I mean, we still have 4 or 5 practices left until the game, so we're gonna keep working on the things that we got to get better at.
What do you want to see out of the team?
Just play with great intensity, unselfishness. Run faster. I think we can have much more tempo, more possessions, and yeah. And hopefully lower the turnovers, but that will come with time.
When you look at this team, what are what's maybe something or a couple of things that you've been like, oh wow, like this is gonna be a good team, like we're ready for this?
I was super surprised about how much talent we got. It's incredible the amount of guys that we got. Every 13, 14 players in our team, they can all play. They can all bring something to the team, and I was super surprised about that.
Just after the summer, knowing the shooting numbers last year, are you confident in saying that this team will shoot better or even way better than last year?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Mason didn't play last year. He's a great shooter. I think Trey Alexander is a way better shooter than what his numbers showed last year. And of course, we got Baylor that he's gonna knock it down for sure. So I think it's gonna be pretty fun for us, and it's gonna be pretty fun for the fans to watch our games too.
Yeah. I asked a few of the players who their top 3 shooters are on the team, and you've made at least 2 of those lists.
Okay.
I guess who are yours?
I mean, probably. I'm a little biased because I saw a tweet. I saw that list, but I would agree with what the guy said. I think Trey Alexander, Baylor, and me are up there. But as I said, there's a lot of people that can shoot in this team, and for sure, one of those players are gonna have multiple good nights throughout the season.
Did you watch the Redeem Team documentary yet?
I didn't. But there is a shout out to Argentina, I think, and that makes me proud.
I was gonna say, for you personally, like, what is it like for you being from there, just kind of the basketball history of the country, just kind of representing that?
I mean, I was lucky enough that my dad was part of that process of that golden generation. That's what it's called. It just makes me proud. Like I love my country. I love representing it, and I'm lucky enough to represent it every day since I'm playing here in the States.
I know Desmond Bain's your guy, and he went off like that.
Yeah.
What you thought of his process to the NBA, and I guess how much did he have an impact on your team profile in this year's journey?
I mean, he was my to-go guy when I was at TCU. I was just a freshman. He was a senior. I mean, he taught me a lot of things. First of all, that each player has his own path. I mean, it took him 4 years in college, and then being drafted the last spot in the first round. But I mean, one thing that really stood out to me from him is his work ethic. Like he works his tails off every day, and I mean we are seeing it now. Even though he had 2 great seasons in the NBA, we are seeing what he actually is capable of in this third season.
What phases of the game do you like and so what do you feel like?
Defensively we did some good things. I thought offensively, once we adjusted to their physicality, I thought we settled in pretty well. And the unselfish nature with which I want us to play was on display, which was good to see. I've seen some of it in practice, and I was just hoping when we played somebody else it'd also be there, and it was.
How would you assess your team's ability to handle physicality now that we've seen it?
Yeah, I mean that's why I was so pleased that Iowa State was the one on the schedule this year, because obviously they play a very physical brand of defense and try to take some things away that maybe not other teams take away. But it's always going to be a bit of a challenge for us just because the way we play in practice. Right now we have both teams playing fast, both teams trying to play in space. We're not trying to take a lot of passes away, so you just have to adjust to that and be ready for that. And we prepared for it going into Saturday, and I thought for the most part we handled it well.
Francisco was just over here, had a lot of great things to say about his experience. Seeing him, is he, what's his way into things?
Yeah, he's a rock. He's just he's Mr. Steady. He brings it every single day. His communication skills are really good for someone that's new to the program, but he's played a lot of college basketball at a high level, and it shows. He's in the right place at the right time, makes the right play, doesn't make many mistakes. I just think he can be a real glue guy for this team because we can use him in a lot of different ways, but he's going to be an important part of our rotation.
What characteristics do you have to have? What do you have to possess and be confident in to come into a new situation and assume those things?
Yeah, I think in Bello's case, he was, when he made the decision to leave TCU, and obviously they've got a very successful program there, and they're very good again this year. He was looking for a system that he thought fit him a little bit better than the one that he was in. And obviously the pace with which we play, the spacing, three-point shooting, we do a little more than that than they do there, and I think he thought it fit him. So, his eyes were wide open coming in with how we played, and I think he did a good job of studying it as he went through the recruiting process. So I don't think there were any surprises. I think we knew exactly what we were getting in Francisco, and I think he was comfortable that he could make a seamless transition into our system.
How's Trey's preseason gone so far?
Good. I've been really pleased with him. He's made incredible progress, and he's going to turn some heads, I think, this season. With he can play both ends of the floor, but he's got a pace about him. Never gets sped up. He's shooting the basketball better. He's going left better than he was a year ago, finishing going both directions, and he'll have to be a go-to defender for us. So we're going to ask a lot of him, but I think he's capable of stepping up to that challenge. Yeah, I mean, right now he'd be coming off the bench. He gave us really good energy Saturday. Came in, ran the floor, made some shots, was active on the glass. I'm trying to get him to talk a little more, and he's getting better at that. He's kind of quiet by nature, but if he'll just stick his nose in there and compete, and run the floor, and communicate. Athletically, he does some things that are pretty special. I'd said in the preseason I'd be disappointed if he wasn't part of the rotation, and at least to this point, he's earned that right.
With all the announcements that we saw now, I guess, what do you feel like among all the stuff being said about you guys? What do you think you left out or missing among the
I don't know. I think people maybe are sleeping on Trey Alexander a little. But you can't have 5 guys on the all-conference team. So I get it. We've got some good players, and it's based off what they did last year, and what people think are going to be their progress. But Trey's progress has been really good, and he's been one of our most consistent players in practice, and I'm pretty confident that'll carry over once the games begin.
How do you think Baylor would fit into a game situation? Coming from a system where he was a high usage player, the team really has all the guys returning, and you have to kind of get comfortable with roles and things like that.
Yeah, I think he's learned to just trust the offense and let it come to him rather than trying to have him force it. And he was really good Saturday. He makes great decisions. He plays with intelligent pace. He's able to use the pass fake, the shot fake, the head fake to freeze the defense and then make the right read after that happens. And he did that on several occasions. And he's, like I've said before, he can score the basketball, but he is an elite passer. And that adding that to what we already had returning is quite a skill to add to this group.
On a similar note, I guess, how much are you emphasizing moving away from the ball, re-spacing, not just with Baylor, but with all the guys where you get
Yeah. I mean, it's if you wait and you trust the offense and you get out and run in transition, everybody will get their turn. And depending on who the opponent is, sometimes we want to stay spaced, sometimes we want some movement to keep the defense moving. But I think they've all adjusted, and it's worked pretty well. I think our shot distribution has been relatively even. And I think that's going to be the strength of this group. We have a lot of guys that can score. We have many more guys that can handle it this year than we did a year ago and make decisions with the ball. So I think that's going to be a huge strength for us.
What's your assessment of Art's live reps that you've been doing the last few weeks?
Getting better every day. Conditioning's not there yet, but I thought yesterday's practice was his best practice. I thought he slowed down, let it come to him. He's just so anxious and excited to be back out there that he's been in a bit of a hurry. But as he gets in better condition and is able to stack some days on top of each other, I think he'll be closer to his former self. But he was really good yesterday.
There's been a lot of high expectations floating around. Some of these are places that nobody on the team has even been before. How do you discuss handling those with some of these guys?
We don't discuss it a lot, to be honest. And we didn't discuss it last year when nobody thought we were going to be any good. So as long as, and I've said it before, as long as they continue to work and they get in and they do what they need to do outside of practice time and they bring it to the practice floor every day, then we'll have a chance to live up to those expectations as long as we work and we continue to play unselfish. So, we're certainly not afraid of them. I mean, we feel like when we step on the floor, we can play with anybody in the country, and that's not being arrogant or cocky. That's just we've put some work in. We've been able to assemble a pretty good group. They're playing an unselfish brand of basketball. And if you do all those things, then you better expect to be successful.
How's the relationship going with your reestablishing the pace and then the decision-making and everything? You were ready for there to be some high turnover numbers early in practice. How's that relationship?
Yeah, it's been good. I think guys are getting better at running the floor more consistently. And as you get used to that, then your decisions are going to improve as time goes on. But we have to dictate that pace. I think our depth is one of our strengths, and we want to make sure that our pace allows that to play it to an advantage for us.
On Sunday, and is there some value for the new guys to come in and play a home game?
Yeah, I mean, it's why I like to close scrimmage because it's controlled. It's you're playing another high-level opponent. You can stop things. You can take a little extra time in the timeout if you want. And there's some jitters and nerves, but not like the lights are on and you're putting the uniform on for the first time. So I like the combination of the two, which is why we'll play the Division II game on Sunday. And you get out there in front of the crowd again, and you get those jitters out before your opener, and that's my hope. Chris Foster, the head coach at Drury, is a former player of mine, and he'll come in, and his guys will play hard. His teams usually shoot it really, really well, so we're going to have to figure out a way to take that three-point line away. But it'll be good for us, and it's part of the process of getting ready for your opening day. And the close scrimmage was one step, and then our preparation for Sunday will be the next step.
Are you bringing suits back?
No.
Good. I was worried about this.
Maybe in a casket someday.
For the guys coming off of injuries, does it still feel at all like there's any lingering effects from those injuries?
You're probably not. I've always felt like if a guy misses 2 months, it's going to take 4 months to get back to where you were. It just takes time when you miss that much time. And with R2 and Big Ryan, I haven't seen much. I think they're pretty much back to where they were, and maybe have grown their game some from the end of last season. Art's obviously still a work in progress, just because he missed the first 10, 12 practices, and he's easing his way back in. So he's not back to where he was, but he'll get there.
What do you hope the competitive schedule that you built will do for the team?
Well, I hope we survive it, number one. But you have to challenge yourself. I think if you play a good schedule and you're able to be successful, it helps you in March. And it certainly prepares us for the Big East schedule, which is, you want to be ready when December 16th rolls around, and, we got to step into a hostile environment in Milwaukee and play a good Marquette team.